What is osmoregulation? Osmoregulation is a biological process of maintaining an internal balance of salt and water, which is osmotic balance across membranes within the body. The fluids inside and surrounding cells are composed of water, electrolytes, and nanoelectrolytes. Next, we move to how saltwater fish and freshwater fish maintain water and ion balance. In saltwater fish, they are hypoosmotic to seawater. They lose salt by osmosis and gain salt by diffusion and from food they eat. They also drinking seawater and actively excrete salt. Examples of saltwater fish is sharks and clownfish. Next, freshwater fish, they are hyperosmotic to freshwater. They constantly take in water from hyperosmotic environment and lose salt by diffusion. They also excrete large amount of dilute urine, and the salt loss are then replaced by food and uptake across the gills. The examples of freshwater fish is guppies and bettas.
Next, we will move to the role of gills, kidneys, and specialized cells. Gills are the main site of ion exchange. In freshwater, fish absorb sodium and chloride ions and try to limit water entry. In seawater, they excrete excess salts and reduce water loss. The next one is kidneys help regulate urine volume and salt concentration. Freshwater fish produce lots of dilute urine to get rid of extra water. Seawater fish make small amounts of concentrated urine to save water. Specialized cells in the gills, such as ionocytes or chloride cells, pump salts in.
Let's move to the what happens if a freshwater fish is placed in salt water. As we know, if freshwater fish is placed in salt water, it rapidly loses water by osmosis. It is because the surrounding environment is hypotonic. This causes the fish to become dehydrated, its cells shrink, and if the exposure continues, the fish will unlikely to survive. It is because it cannot remove excess salt effectively. What happens if a saltwater fish is placed in fresh water? When a saltwater fish is placed in fresh water, it will gain excess water by osmosis because the surrounding is hypotonic. This causes tissue to swell, disruption of ion balance, and possible organ failure. The fish cannot retain sufficient salts because it lacks efficient ion absorption mechanism required in freshwater.
Now, we will move to how some fish survive in both freshwater and saltwater. The first one is hormonal regulation. Fish use hormones to switch between freshwater and seawater environments. Cortisol helps them adapt to seawater by promoting salt excretion. Prolactin supports freshwater survival by enhancing salt uptake and water balance. The second one is switching mechanisms. To survive salinity changes, fish remodel their gills ionocytes in freshwater. These cells absorb salts into the blood. In seawater, they excrete salt out of the blood. This cellular flexibility is key to migration. Now, we will move to how some fish survive in both freshwater and saltwater. The first one is hormonal regulation. Fish use hormones to switch between freshwater and seawater environments. Cortisol helps them adapt to seawater by promoting salt excretion. Prolactin supports freshwater survival by enhancing salt uptake and water balance. The second one is switching mechanisms. To survive salinity changes, fish remodel their gills ionocytes in freshwater. These cells absorb salts into the blood. In seawater, they excrete salt out of the blood. This cellular flexibility is key to migration.
Next, I will talk about impact on environment changes on fish osmoregulation. The first one is salinity fluctuations. Salinity fluctuations occur when the salt concentration of water changes suddenly or gradually. These changes disturb the osmotic balance that fish depend on to regulate water and ions. Freshwater fish exposed to higher salinity lose water rapidly, while saltwater fish in diluted environments absorb excess water. When gills and kidneys cannot adjust ion transport fast enough, fish experience stress, reduced growth, and in several cases. The second one is climate change. Climate change affects fish osmoregulation by increasing water temperature, altering rainfall patterns, and causing sea level rise. Higher temperatures increase metabolic rate, which places additional stress on osmoregulatory organs such as the gills and kidneys. Changes in rainfall and saltwater, intrusion into freshwater habitats, after salinity levels, making it difficult for fish to maintain internal balance. Over time, this reduces survival and reproductive success. To sum up, osmoregulation is a vital process that enables fish to maintain a stable internal balance of water and ions despite living in environments with different salinity levels. Saltwater and freshwater fish use different physiological strategies to regulate osmotic pressure, mainly through the coordinated functions of the gills, kidneys, and specialized ion transport cells. These adaptations allow fish to prevent dehydration or excessive water intake and ensure normal cellular function. Overall, the effective osmoregulation is essential for fish survival and highlights the importance of physiological adaptation in aquatic organisms.